It is no longer a hidden news that APC political party is working tirelessly day and night for the fear of P2B come the year 2027. Finally, they are gradually coming up with a new propaganda, a new machinery of propaganda that is to be propagated in the northern part of Nigeria, all to demarket P2B. Now, this APC chieftain, who is called Alwan Hassan, is currently making a very worrisome statement that the North cannot support a candidate, the candidate of P2B, who is promoting the production or importation of alcohol into Nigeria. When I listened to this man, I started to weep in my heart. I now begin to see reasons why there are extreme poverty in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. I now begin to see reasons why many are of the opinion that we will never make any significant success in this country in collaboration with men and women like this Alwan Hassan from the northern part of Nigeria, who has just introduced religion into the Nigerian political ecosystem. Later, they will tell you that it is P2B or it was P2B that is bringing religion into politics. Otherwise, Nigeria as a secular state, we understand holistically that there are Islam in Nigeria, there are Christians, there are traditional religion believers, there are free thinkers, there are so many other belief systems. Among these religious groups, some persons forbid one thing or the other. And as a people that coexist peacefully, every religion is respected as well as their values, what they cherish. So I see no reason why this young man should come here and begin to make such a callous statement against P2B. That the Islam does not drink beer does not mean that a Christian should also not drink beer. That does not also mean that a traditional religion believer should not also drink beer. Nigeria, as much as I know, is not an Islamic country, but a secular state that is made up of both the Islam as well as the Christian and other religious, believers. But before we dive into a bigger details, which P2B himself has clearly stated, let's listen to this young man.
For staying with us, our concluding moment now with Alwan Hassan. Yeah, so you look at it, the president has never lost an election, either as a senator or as a governor.
And you will never lose an election.
What? You're not God, so you cannot tell.
But I'm predicting. I can predict.
Okay. Yeah.
With the facts on ground, he won't lose an election.
What makes you think so?
Because, of course, he is going to win. Who else do you think would defeat Ashwaju in 2027? Who? Peter Obi? That was on your program, saying he wants the North to support him and trust him. In the same program, he is celebrating building breweries in Anambra State and being the biggest importer of alcohol. And he wants the North to vote for him. We will vote for a president that will import alcohol in the North. Or is it those ones that are saying their wives are taking care of them? We cannot hand over this country to people, to men that are being fed by their wives.
Who is being fed by his wife?
You know that? Somebody was here and said his wife is an entrepreneur and
Is it a crime to have a partner?
But we want a man that is a man of his house. We want a man that is in charge of his house. We don't want a man that a woman is feeding.
You don't want a man
that
has a successful wife.
We will not give a country, hand over a country to a man that is being fed by a wife.
That the wife is successful.
No, to a man that is being fed by his wife. That's what I'm saying.
So it's a crime if someone...
But these are the things I'm saying. Let's not dwell on that. Let me tell you that even in the education and health, the president has done a lot. Are we not talking about Nel Fund? Almost 400,000 university students collecting loans, celebrating on TV. You take them once in a while. Have we spoken about the cancer center in health ministry that is being built by Ministry of Health by this president? 6 centers in the 6 geopolitical zones, 1 in Katsina. Why don't you celebrate that? Why don't you celebrate the renovation of the cancer center that was put in the government renovated it? Can't we celebrate the good things or the good development that this government has brought? Over 400,000 students now have taken Nel Fund loan and they're paying school fees. In fact, let me tell you, there's something I heard and I stand to be corrected that people that are at the 400 level, 500 level university can apply for tuitions they had paid when they started and Nel Fund will pay back, reimburse them. Have we ever had that in history? State, federal government secondary schools, free. technical schools free. Recently, too.
What baffles me so much about this very interview segment of this young man is that I've tried to check his profile on Wikipedia. In fact, I trailed him down to LinkedIn. And I saw that there is no antecedent about this young man. He calls himself APC chieftain. I can't see any offices that he has held before, his antecedent, what he has done, and yet he is speaking on national television, and some northern brothers and sisters are listening to him or following his footsteps. Unfortunately, he's deceiving them. It's like a Christian coming to say that an Islamic man will not be the president of Nigeria because he will be promoting, marrying multiple wives. He will be talking about polygamous family. He will be proud to say that I am married with 7 women or 5 women. Whereas Christians, their religion and their faith teaches 1 man, 1 woman. So, if Christians now begins to say things like that, it means that the Christians are going out of their mind. So for this young man to come out and begin to say that Peter Obi is promoting alcohol, that because of that the North will not, vote for him, it simply means that even from the first principle that this young man has not even respected Peter Obi. He has not even respected the fact that Peter Obi is a Christian who has the right to buy beer, the right to drink beer, the right to sell beer. But even beyond that, Peter Obi has maintained in clarity that it was even from school that he learned about the economic advantage of the northern Nigeria, the agricultural advantage, and he has maintained that in several interviews, that the Nigeria untapped biggest asset is in the northern part of Nigeria. He has several times enumerated how he is going to harness the arable land, the vast arable land in the north, into making Nigeria an exporting nation through agriculture from the north. Make una listen to Peter Obi.
We have voted for incompetence. We voted for tribe. We voted for religion. Let's vote for competence.
Do you think that the North trusts you?
Cheryl, I want them to trust me. The biggest asset of this country is in the North. The uncultivated land in the North. The criminality we face in the North today, I'll deal with it. So if I'm president, the North will celebrate me. I have an idea of the problem. So I'm in this country when, if I'm looking for cars, I go to Kano. There used to be industries in Bompai 1, in Bompai, Sharadan 1, Sharadan 2, and everything. So I was in Indonesia this year. From February 1 to February 7, meeting from Minister of Health, Minister of Education, Minister of Small Businesses, Minister of this, to former Vice President, to the most popular president. So you learn, and what they did is not rocket science.
Let me ask you.
And when you talk about the vast land in the North, I've given you examples upon examples. Let me take the states individually just to show you an example. Niger State is 76.3 square kilometers of land. Just Niger State here. That state cannot feed itself. That state can produce all the rice and everything that we need. 76.3 thousand square kilometers. Look at Taraba. 54.6 square kilometers of land. They're looking to sharing money from nowhere. Money will go from where? If you go to Taraba, look at the Mambela Plateau. You can grow coffee there. You can grow tea. You can grow flour. Kenya did flour export of over $500 million last year. The young people who picked flowers in Kenya was there. I paid $100. Young people, not graduates. And Kenya have less than 10% unemployment. And you have 30-something%. They're not growing flour there. I was in Ethiopia. They're growing tea. Total tea exports from Kenya, Ethiopia last year is $1.1 billion. We have a place there. They're not growing tea. We're still importing tea. Sierra Leone, with all their trouble, exported tea $1.4 billion last year. We have a place we can grow tea. Imagine if Taraba can earn 10% of these figures are called now, it's about $300 million, which is about 200 billion naira. When their budget is 100, we will change it. That's why I said we have oil there. And people are looking for the oil that is not nowhere to be found. The money we earn from oil today cannot even pay for the imports. But that we are going to deal with it, because when we deal with the refinery, Nigeria will be next.
And more so, for my northern brothers and sisters, I can tell you that this young man, Alwan Hassan, is probably not informed. He's probably not well educated. I will give you some examples. This man who is condemning beer business, alcohol importations, and all of that, has, so soon forgotten that all these companies, whether agricultural manufacturing company, whether alcoholic, whether a brewery, that all of these companies produces, sell to people that patronizes them, make profit, and pay tax to federal government of Nigeria, which all of you, including the Islam, the Christian, the traditionalist, everybody is enjoying the tax that these companies are paying. Just last year, Nigerian breweries made a profit of about 1.1 trillion naira. And in tax, including all the losses they incurred for the year, they paid about 144.88 billion naira. Yes, that was how much they paid both in tax and how much they lost, through the year. In the year 2024, that is Nigerian breweries. And also Guinness Nigeria, in the year 2024, made a profit of about 299 billion naira. And in tax, they paid about 4.4 billion naira in tax. Who are the people enjoying this money that is paid as tax by these companies? It is you and I. Whether you are Islam, whether you are a Christian, whatever you be, you are benefiting from the tax that this alcoholic company, these breweries are paying. And these P2B breweries that we are talking about that produces alcohol in the year 2024 made a revenue of about 488.96 billion naira. And in return, between the year 2023 and the year 2024, as was published by the government of Professor Charles Soludo, the government of Anambra State, they have paid a whooping sum of 656.5 million naira as tax. Who are the people enjoying this tax that is being paid by these alcoholic manufacturing companies? It is both Christians and Islam, as well as the traditionalists. So I would say that the young man, Alwan Hassan, is myopic, is uninformed, or maybe a religious fanatic. And it is safe to say that now Nigerians are already aware that that is one of the machineries, that is one of the weapons they are already fashioning against P2B. They want to use it to demarket P2B in the north. But unfortunately, the message of liberation we are preaching is fast penetrating into the hearts of those who are curious to see Nigeria working. P2B, trust me, will utilize the vast arable land in the north after tackling insecurity, after defeating all these shenanigans going on in the north, so that Nigeria will begin their first massive exportation from the northern part of Nigeria. At this point, I sincerely hope that a lot of our northern brothers and sisters will see this video and understand that this young man is only being either a religious fanatic, or he's not informed, or we can say as well that he's pushing the narrative of the ruling class or the ruling party, APC political party, in order to demarket P2B out of the gross fear that they are already having. Well, at this point, I'll allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section, and share this video. My another person, Siam. God bless you.